Hey everybody, what's going on? ShabbyDoo here, and today I wanted to talk about how to make steel with an Icarus and how to effectively farm caves for high volumes of steel in one single trip. That's right, we're going to be able to empty out an entire tier 3 cave in one trip with this method. So before we talk about that, let's talk about one thing here. Let's talk about weight, okay, and why it's effective this way. I need to loosen that up a bit. There we go. So the recipe for steel bloom is 6 iron ore, which is actually 2.4 kilograms for the stack. It's 0.4 each. I just have a perk on that lowers weight of my ores. But so without any perks, it would be 2.4 kilograms and then also 0.6 kilograms for coal. So to make one steel bloom, you would have to have 3 kilograms worth of materials sitting in your inventory. Now, steel bloom itself only weighs 0.2 kilograms. So you can effectively hold a lot more steel bloom than you can raw ores. For instance, a full stack, even with my weight reduction of iron ore, is 13 kilograms. And that's not even enough for 10. That's only enough for 8 of them, right? But a whole stack of 50 is 12.5 kilograms. So it's already less than one stack, and it's numerous times more. So how do you mine an entire cave worth of iron and coal? Well, that's where we bring in our mortar and pestle, right? So you're going to enter a cave like this nice sweet cave here at C3 in the Riverlands, and you're just going to go in and you're going to mine up every node you see, your coal ores, well, you can ignore your copper for now, but your iron ore, iron, ignore the platinum, iron, etc. So we're going to mine all this up, and then I'll show you what to do. All right, so now you've mined up everything you can, and now your inventory is full, right? Drop down your mortar and pestle. Make sure it's sheltered. This cave's a little special. Every other cave in this game, really, except for these big caves that don't give you the debuff, they are sheltered. But this one's just a little special. So you're just going to drop it down. You'll see it says sheltered. Now this part of this weird cave is sheltered. And then you're just going to come into it, and you are going to just select steel bloom and just select 30 and craft it. Now, instead of having, you know, this much iron on me, right? So we've got 39 plus another 9. So we've got 48 kilograms worth of iron right here. And also another 17 in coal. But we can just take all that and turn it into 30 steel bloom. And 30 steel bloom would really only be worth 7.5 kilograms. So that's how you mine an entire cave. You just bring your mortar and pestle with you, make a new one. It's cheap stuff. It doesn't cost you anything. It's no resources to make this thing, so there's no reason to not carry it with you to every cave you go when you need steel. And then you just sit there and let it craft, and then while this goes, and once you've mined out the whole cave, you build yourself just a regular furnace, like the stone furnace here, and then you start mining all the copper, melting the copper down into ingots, so that weighs even less. And then all you're going to leave with is copper ingots, steel bloom, and then any gold and titanium ore you need laying in there, or maybe some platinum ore if you need some more of that as well. So that is how you effectively mine up and get all the iron ore and coal in a cave and turn it all into steel bloom before you even leave the cave. And then you just grab all the steel bloom that's in there, and then you just leave the cave. You can bring your mortar and pestle with you. Now let's talk costs, right? What does it cost us in blueprints to make all this, as well as what do we need to then turn the steel bloom into steel ingots? So if we go into the tech tree first, the first thing you need to do, obviously, is unlock your mortar and pestle, 4 silica, 12 stone. Again, like I said, it's nothing. And then you have to unlock steel bloom within there, and then that's how you're going to be able to make your steel bloom with your 6 iron and 1 coal. You can also make steel bloom with 3 iron bars and 1 coal node. It's the same thing, but you're wasting time smelting it. So if you do have iron bars laying around, I'll show you over here. If you do have iron bars laying around, you can turn 3 iron ingots into steel bloom as well. Just takes more time to do it that way. So don't worry if you've accidentally smelted everything. You don't have to. Now, what you're going to have to do is make yourself a machining bench. So you're going to need effectively 52 iron ingots, 12 for the iron nails, 40 for the actual iron ingots necessary, and then the 10 epoxy. And then you're going to make yourself the cement mixer. You're going to make You're going to need 20 iron ingots and then another iron ingot there for those 8 nails. So 21. Everything else is pretty easy. And then you're going to need to make the concrete furnace. Another 12 iron, 12 epoxy, and 20 concrete. Concrete is 4 silica, a tree sap, and 8 stone in order to make that. So you're going to need to go do a little bit of farming. But once you get the concrete furnace, you can then smelt down your steel bloom. And you can see here we've got steel in here. So if I throw this all in here, it'll start smelting down. It takes about 12 seconds per ingot. And you can see here, if we looked at the stone furnace, for instance, this shows you what the furnace is capable of crafting. So you can only get iron and copper here, whereas in your concrete furnace, you can get iron, copper, gold, glass, carbon fiber, aluminum, titanium, platinum, and steel. Now, remember, this is also the order of prioritization that the concrete furnace will smelt at. So if you have iron ore, steel bloom, and aluminum in here all at once, it'll first smelt down the iron ore, and then the aluminum, and then the steel. So if you have a mix of things, but you need something right now, make sure to prioritize and take those other raw materials out of the furnace so you can effectively smelt down what you need right now. And then that's all you need. And then you'll have plenty of steel. And then you can loot an entire cave and then come back with enough steel bloom to make like 100 ingots. And then you'll be pretty good for the rest of the game. You'll need that to make your rifles and a few other things as well. But yeah, guys, if you found this useful, make sure you do hit that like button down below. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know how you effectively mine out big tier 3 caves, even tier 2, but effectively, how do you mine out tier 3 caves? Because there's a lot in there. You don't want to go running back and forth. That's a huge waste of time. If you're new here and you found this helpful, do hit that subscribe button as well so you get back here for that sweet Shabby content. But all right, guys, as usual, this has been ShabbyDoo, and hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.